There are hundreds, if not thousands, of videos and articles online teaching you where to sell your digital product or how to sell your digital product. Matter of fact, I made a video on that and I'm going to be attaching to the end of this video. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 7 ways not to sell your digital product. The reason for this and the reason why this is important is because your digital products will not sell themselves. And if you do not know what you are doing wrong, you may be doing several trials and error just to get it right. I know this because I've actually launched a digital product that completely flopped, and after thorough research and trials, I discovered what exactly I was doing wrong, which is why I'll be sharing some of that with you in this video. Now, the very first way not to sell your digital product is ignoring your target audience. This is probably the number one mistake a lot of people make. So they create a product which they think is cool in their mind without considering who it's for. So I just jump up and say, let me create a digital product on the best side hustles for single mothers. It looks cool, it sounds cool, but if there is no demand for it, it would just be another digital product floating on the online space. So here's the thing. If your audience does not need it or they don't want it, it would not sell, no matter how good it is, no matter the extent of value you pack in it. So here's what you should do instead. Before you even start creating your digital product, you want to take time to research your audience. Go to niche groups, go to community groups that talk about your niche, go to Instagram pages and hear what the people or your audience have to say. What are their problems? What keeps them up at night? If you already have an audience, you can ask them through polls, through surveys, or you want to read through their comments on your videos or your contents. The next one is not testing your offer. So imagine spending weeks or even months creating a product only to hear crickets after launching. When I created a digital product that flopped, it took me almost 6 months to create. So I couldn't just wonder why it flopped because I felt I had put in so much value. But this happens when you do not test your idea. Now, what you want to do is you want to test your ideas before you commit. You can do this by creating a landing page and collecting email signups or running a small ad campaign to gauge interest and see if anybody would bite or if anybody would show interest or see the extent of interest that it gives. And if no one bites, it's better to pivot early than to waste time. Now, the third one or the third way to not sell your digital product is when you are lacking a clear value proposition. I want you to know that when it comes to digital products, people do not buy the product, they buy a solution. And if your problem does not clearly indicate or clearly explain what problem it solves or how it adds value, people would not buy it. So if you just create an ebook on what is Forex, as much as that is some information, but what exactly are you trying to solve? What solution are you trying to offer? What knowledge gap are you trying to bridge that is currently in demand? If there is none, it would not sell. What you want to do is you have to make your message crystal clear. What your product offers super clear. Even in your product, you want to state it out super clear, just like the way I started this video letting you in on what this content is all about. So you want to answer these questions up front. What is this? Who is it for? And how does it help them? You don't need to make people guess. If they have to think too hard, they will just leave. Now, the fourth way not to sell your digital product is overcomplicating the buying process. This one is huge because this is something I have experienced on the buyer end and I see how this plays a very huge role. If it's too hard for people to buy your product, they just won't. When you have long checkout forms, clunky payment system, or confusing download instructions, those things are major turn off, even if you're offering a free product. I once clicked on a landing page for a lady who was offering a free product. And of course, I go to the landing page. I was thinking, okay, she wants to get emails, but I did not see any point to put in my emails. I just saw download ebook now. I clicked on download. It took me to another page where there was this whole new landing page information again about the product and everything. And they asked me download book now. I clicked on download. It took me to another page where I have to fill in almost all my details, the name of my grandma. Just joking, but it was so long and so disturbing that even though it was a freebie, I just had to exit the page. What you should do is you need to make buying simple. Aim at what you want. If it's a freebie and you simply want to collect emails, your first landing page should simply contain the email where they can input or where they can submit and simply download it. If it's to directly buy it, you can use platforms like Gumroad or Seller. I use Seller, and Seller really helps to streamline the process. So the fewer the clicks it takes to check out, the better. Now, number 5 is not investing in marketing. So let me break a myth right here. When you create a good product, you test the market, you research, you, of course, give an offer. If you do not invest in marketing, it would not sell. So creating a great product is not just enough. If no one knows about it, no one will buy it. And that contributed to the reasons why one of my digital products flopped. You need to promote. Use your social media, build an email list, create a blog post, or even run ads. You need to create a sensation around what you are selling. Let people know the idea behind the book. Let people know the solution you are providing, and let them be able to connect to the solution, because they already have the problem, but they just need to know if you are convincing enough. You do not have to be shy about talking about your products. Remember, you are solving someone's problem, and everyone wants their problems to be solved. Now, the number 6 is setting unrealistic prices. Now, this is a bit tricky because if you price it too high, people might feel it is not worth it. I remember when I sold a very low ticket offer, and getting my first set of clients were quite difficult, in the sense that it was tricky because people felt this is too good to be true. How can you offer this much value and put it at this little price? Is this real at all? Are you going to live up to our expectations? So people might think it's low quality if you price it too low. Imagine selling a 15-pager ebook for $150. I mean, what exactly is the value you are selling there that outweighs whatever value is out there in the world? It is simply overpriced. And if you sell an ebook for like 0.01 cent, as much as it's something you feel that anybody can easily let go of, but don't feel it is too low quality to even be worth my $0.01. Instead, what you should do is do some research and look at similar products in your niche and price yours competitively. You can price it a little bit lower to have an edge, or shoulder to shoulder while offering more value. The number 7 is ignoring feedbacks and updates. And this is one big mistake that a lot of people make. They ignore feedback because they feel that you shouldn't be giving me feedback. So I attended a digital class that I paid for. It was actually a really low ticket offer that I saw on Instagram, and it was supposed to be a 3-day class. So I just paid and I waited for the day. On the day 1, the teacher or the individual was simply making reference to himself and how much he has made, his story, how nobody comes close to him, how he's the baddest in the game, and all of that. As much as he was trying to establish some level of, territorial significance, I felt that it was too much to take up a single day of the training course. And when he asked for feedback, what do you think about our first session? I simply told him that as much as it was great, I think you focus more on what you've achieved than what we can achieve. And he was like, well, I am the teacher and I can decide how my class goes. I felt that was wrong and improper, because this is a big mistake when you are ignoring feedback of the people that you are selling to, or the feedback of your customers. Then you are simply losing out on even more customers. What you want to do is encourage feedback and take it seriously. Now, updating your product based on real customer experiences shows you care. First of all, you care about your customers, you care about the value you are giving to them, and of course, that way it builds trust. Happy customers are more likely to recommend your product to others. So selling digital products isn't just about creating something amazing. It's about connecting with your audience, solving their problems, and making it easy for them to say yes. And believe me, once you have loyal audience that enjoy your product, those people will keep coming back. So if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to more helpful content like this. Let me know in the comments if you've made any of these mistakes before. I'd love to hear how you overcame them. I'll be attaching a video to the end on how I sold one of my digital products from idea to creation, what exactly I did, and how I got the results that I got. I got good results, by the way. So if you find that interesting, you can click the video here and check it out.